Welcome, beautiful yogis. I'm so delighted to see you here. There's some newbies with us today. You are so welcome. It helps me a lot if your camera is on so that I can see you and have a sense of your yoga practice too. And so thank you for doing that. And today we're going to focus on neck and shoulders and also stretch our arms and legs. And we're going to power up the core so that the spine holds us up a little longer. So welcome, dear ones, and we'll be breathing consciously throughout this practice. So let's begin on the back. Lying on your back to begin. All the way down and just hug your knees in close. Squeeze your thighs towards your ribs, hands holding either your knees or behind them. And then hands push the knees away, and this is an inhale. And when the exhale is ready, pull the knees towards you, squeezing your thighs closer to your torso. Inhale, push the knees away. And exhale, draw in. We'll do a few more of these. Noticing breath. Breath is directing the movement. In other words, feel the breath, then move. Begin the inhale, then push your knees a little bit away. Begin the exhale and draw your knees closer to your body. Sense your low back rocking with this. One more time. Now please place both hands around your right knee, left foot to the mat. Good, and as you squeeze your right knee to your chest as we've been doing, breathing out, send your left leg straight out on the mat. Keep everything right here, broadening your shoulders. And now let's focus on the right foot, letting it relax so it can easily circle. Right foot circling. And then reverse that circling. And then please release your right foot to the mat. Draw the left foot beside it. Sense how both feet are now parallel. Rest your hands on your tummy. Close your eyes. And tend your body. Can you feel how we've stretched one side and not the other? The invitation of this gentle yoga is to drop right into your body, not only to do the stretches, but also to experience them on the inside, cultivating body awareness. Good, and so now we'll bring the left knee in, hold that with both hands. Squeeze it in as we straighten the right leg out on the mat, push through the heels. Keep that right leg so. Attention to left foot, let it soften, flop, and circle. Circling that left foot. And reverse that circling. I so marvel at technology because even though we're each in a separate place, as it were, good, draw both knees into your chest. We're doing this together, we're breathing together, we're practicing together. Little squeeze of your thighs towards your chest again, and then feet land on the mat. So the feet are flat, the knees are up, palms flat, right near your feet, near your hips, and press your shoulders down. Breathing in now, lift your hips a little way off the mat. This is an inhale. And the exhale, lower your hips back down to the ground. The inhale begins, then we lift. Now you can go just little lift or bigger lift, depending where you're at today. Begin the exhale, then lower down. And so as we do a few more, have a sense of going a little higher, keeping your knees parallel as though you were holding a block. And begin the breath and then the movement. We have 2 to go. So now we're grounding and strengthening through the glutes and the quads. 2 to go. Coming to our last one, raise your hips, breathe in and lower down. Good, soften the buttocks, soften the arms. Slide your left leg straight on the mat, push through the heels, and bring your right knee into your right hand. Circle that knee, guiding it with your hand. The knee is circling across your body and away from the body, and then further away and returning across your body and closer in. One more in this orientation. Good, and then put the foot on the floor and then tip your right knee out to the right. So this is a tree pose position. Can you bring your right foot to the inseam of your straight left leg? If this hurts your groin, use one of your blocks to support your knee. So either your knee is hanging towards the ground or resting on a block. And now your both arms, inhale them straight up and take them overhead until your thumbs touch the ground. Widen the arms a little bit and then draw your arms downer into your shoulders. Good, so we've got beautifully dropped shoulders but reaching arms. Now some of us won't be able to get the arm all the way to the floor above, so you'll be where you can. And we're here now for conscious breath. So breathing in, little hold, breathing out. Inhale, soft belly, breath rises. Ready to exhale, let that breath go. And all the while we're still in this reclining tree pose. One more time. Good, we've got one more inhale here. The arms on exhale come back down to your side. Please bend your left knee so the foot is flat, and then bring your right knee up and place your outer right ankle over your left thigh. So we're in thread the needle legs. Stay here or hold that left thigh with both hands, so threading through the gap. And draw in as much as you can. And take a few conscious breaths here. So a conscious breath is simply one that we're aware of, that we can feel coming in and going out. Thich Nhat Hanh says, when I'm breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. And when I'm breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. One more, please. Now let go your hands. Let that left foot land. Place your right foot beside it. Hands on your tummy. Elbows, shoulders relaxed. inward attention to the sensations in your body. Again, you might notice a little asymmetry. On the next exhale, please slide your right leg straight on the mat, push through the heel so the leg is vigorous, and bring your left hand on your left knee so the left knee comes close. And now we circle that left knee across the body, just a little way, then away, then out to the left and close in again. So 2 or 3 more circlings at the pace that feels right to you today. Loosening up that hip joint to prepare it now for reclining tree pose. So left foot on the mat. Guide your left knee out to the left, and again feel free to place a block to help that knee to rest on. Keep your right leg vigorous. And both arms. Inhale them overhead. Little wide arms is good, as far as you can. Good. Exhale through the long, straight right leg. We've set up the pose, and now we breathe in it. Feeling the rising, the filling of your breath. And then the exhaling. How your tummy relaxes back. 2 more, please. One more inhalation. This exhale, the both arms come back to lie at your sides and bring your left knee up and your right knee up so that we have again flat feet, knees bent, hands resting on your tummy. So I like to bring the thumbs together and the pads of your index fingers together so we form a little diamond shape over the belly. Conscious awareness of breath. Lovely, everyone. So now we'll let go the belly and place the arms wide out from your shoulders, palms open. Walk your feet a little bit further apart so that your feet are on the edges of the mat, and just drop your knees side to side. So rolling on your cushy-tushy, feel that your head could go the opposite way. The sense of your spinal column moving in this very gentle way because we're flat on the back. But the hips rolling and the head rolling is activating either end of the spine. And now when you come back to center, walk your feet a little closer in. And then take your feet off the floor, again bringing your knees towards your chest. Arms can stay wide. Take a breath in. Exhale your knees towards the left, head towards the right. Now you don't have to go all the way. Inhale, head and knees to center. And then we go the other way. Roll your head. So with the breath, knees one way, face the other. Isn't it wonderful to move this body in this very deliberate but gentle way? Now the next time you're heading towards the left, go all the way until either your foot or your thigh lands And your right shoulder might have lifted up a little bit. Bring the arm down a little lower on the mat so that your right shoulder can be at ease. Lie here a moment feeling all this. Maybe your both knees snuggle up a little higher towards that left elbow. See how that feels? Matching up your feet and your knees. They're not going to be perfectly matched. Just feel it out. And breathe into the right side of your body. So much to feel when we bring our attention there. From the busy outer world right into this body. And so now it's a lovely big breath in. Everything stays except the right arm now comes off the mat, sweeps across into the air and matches your left hand. Come across and inhale, open the arm again. Big open arm and exhale, coming across. Let's do it one more time. Sweep the heart space open with the inhale and roll across, so now into that shoulder area. We'll inhale the arm open, set the core, so feel your belly muscles tighten up a little bit, and bring your knees up to center, and bring your hands to your knees. One hand on each knee. Good, and draw them in and push them away. So this is therapy for low back. Exhale, the knees pull in. Inhale, they push away. And we have one more. Pull in. Great. Now spread your arms again. Fill up with the breath. Knees towards the right, rolling to your right. This time we're landing. And any amount that you can bring the knees up a little bit towards the right arm. Do that. Adjust your left shoulder. So ideally it is still on the mat. If it hurts, bring your left arm closer to the mat. Our gaze is leftwards, but our attention is inward. Feel sensation of breath on left side of body. Welcoming everything that you can feel. And then we're going to start moving the arms. Begin with the inhale. Now it's the right arm. Exhale. Bring it over. Oh, no. It's the left arm. Bring it over to your right arm that stays on the mat. Inhale, open that left arm again. And exhale, bring it over. One more. Big open heart as the arm sweeps open again. Strong core. Knees come to center. And place a hand on each knee. This time, separate your knees and circle them away from each other, back together, and then towards your chest. Away, back towards each other, and then both knees, thighs towards your chest. We've got one more in this circling. Good, and then this time we'll do the same but circle the other way. So push your knees together away, then separate them to circle in opposite directions to return close to your body. 2 to go. Remember your breath. Match it with the movement best you can. Nice. And now as the knees come together, let your feet come to the mat. Feel that. Touch down. Touchdowns on the mat resonates throughout your legs and thighs and buttocks. And now feel how your arms can relax each side. Please roll your palms down near your feet. Place your feet fully flat, arms, shoulders flat into the mat. Curl the tailbone up and inhale your hips off the mat. So we did this earlier. We're going a little higher this time. Exhale, bone by bone, your spine returns to the mat. Release the buttocks. And inhale, rise. High as feels doable. Exhaling, down come your vertebrae, central line of your body. Release the buttocks. One more. Feet and hands root to lift the hips. Exhaling, return. Relax, roll the arms, palms open, and take a cobbler's pose. The soles of the feet close, the knees wide. Little moment to tune in. Feeling your inner landscape, which is one of sensation, not intellect, not analysis, just directly experiencing sensation in your body, unfiltered with thoughts. Help the knees back together. Good. And so with the feet pressing down, we're going to take one more of the bridge poses. This time we'll hold the pose. So palms flat near your feet. Raise your hips up. Now the hips stay up. And we're going to activate the arms. If you can, you'll interlace your hands under your back. Tuck your arms under your body. And if that's not available, please hold the edges of your mat, actively widening the mat. Press your feet down a lot. Now, once you've set up your bridge, take a deep breath in through your nose. Keep the pose. Exhale through your nose. 2 more of these. Breathe in. Little pause. Breathe out. This is the last one. Big inhale. Hold the breath. Undo the arms, move them out of the way. And now the exhale, as we did earlier, bone by bone, lower your spine to the mat until you arrive and can release the buttock muscles, soften the arms and shoulders, ease the whole body. This time your feet to the edges of the mat and lean your knees to touch, knees leaning in. Rest a moment here. So taking this space between doing to simply feel, to drop in, to just be, is just a lovely gift we can give our nervous system. No need to be high alert. Just drop in. Nice. So from here, we're going to roll to the side and make our way to hands and knees. Now, if you've got blocks, bring them to the front of the mat. All right. Now, if you can't be on your knees, you can sit on a chair and do the same spinal action, which we call cow-cat. So the inhale is the cow shape, where your back has a little saddle in it, chest lifting. And then the exhale, tuck the tail, tuck your tail under, round your back and look down. Inhaling, come forward with your chest, tail is lifting, and then exhale, tuck tail under, round your back. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Neutral back. And you might want to just ease your wrists one at a time. Loose fists, just ease them. And from here, still in all fours, straighten your back leg, right leg straight back. And we've got the ball of the foot in the mat, so there's some powering up in that leg. That right leg fired up, good stretch in the hamstring. Feel your breathing. Good. We're going to add a twist to the left. So the left arm out to the left. So remember, the right leg is back. Left arm lifts high. And press your right shoulder blade in to turn your ribs a little bit more. You might even look up at that hand high up there. 1 more breath in, and then exhale, lower the left hand and the right knee. Have your knees really close together. Now bring your right arm just a little way out to the right arm. We're going to thread the right hand behind your left and come down to the whole upper arm and shoulder. Now for some that's a long way, so bring your block to bring the ground up, so your head would rest on your low block. Now can you feel how this is stretching your right shoulder? Try not to put too much pressure on your neck. Your left hand can support that by pressing down. 2 more breaths. And now we'll really use that left hand to come up, unthread the arm, and come back to hands and knees. And here we are, back to hands and knees to take second side. The left leg straight out behind. Press into the ball of the foot so the leg's fired up. Feel that a few breaths. Long, straight arms, that's it. And now we're going to open to the right. Right arm, turn your ribs. As you raise that right arm, really press your left shoulder blade forward into the body, activating deeply into that upper quadrant, looking at the hand that's way up there. So a nice turn in the neck. 1 more breath in. Exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Knees are close together. It's the left arm now out to the left. And thread this through behind your right wrist. Come all the way down. Using the support of your right hand as much as needed to not tweak your neck. And breathe deep and slow. really press that right hand down to unthread. Come on up. Good. So this time, bring your knees wider apart, big toes together. Draw your seat back a little bit, and then reach your arms forward. So extended arms towards child's pose. Some of you can easily bring your seat towards your feet. Some of us not. Just activate into the upper back with the reaching arms. Two more breaths. And from here, walk your hands back. We're back to fours, bring the knees in. And now let's use the blocks. So bring the middle setting of the block under each hand. And raise your right knee up behind. Inhale, raise your knee. And exhale, knee to nose, round your back. As we did. Inhale, raise the knee high as you can. Oh, right into the psoas. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Good. Can you this time bring your right foot all the way through between the blocks and plant it on the ground, on your mat? Shift a little weight there so the weight comes off the blocks. And now we're ready to raise the arms into the air. Coming up with the arms. Circle them back and bring your hands to your sacrum, low back. Bring the elbows in, shoulders back. Both shoulder blades now pressing in. Raise your heart space, but not so much your chin. Hold steady. Beautiful front body stretch. Your right hand right to the middle now. Shift it to the middle of your sacrum. Left arm reaches forward and up. Left arm all the way up, and see how much the arm could go back and your heart could lift. Stretch that left underarm. Fill up with a breath. Exhale, come forward with the arm and your torso. Bring your left hand to the block and your right hand also. Feel that shift of support as we hold the blocks again. And now draw your hips back so the right leg begins to straighten. That's it, right leg straightening. Doing good, everyone. Good to see you. Looking good. Now breathe into the sensations of this right hamstring. The flow of breath. And now we'll draw the right leg back. Knees are together. Adjust your wrists a moment. And we're back on the blocks and ready to do the left leg. Lift it up. Inhale, heart lifts, knee lifts. On the exhale, knee forward, round your back. Even pull your tummy in. And again. Lift up. Round in. One more time. Good. And step through this time. Left foot through. Press it down. And raise your arms all the way up. And circle them back. Hands to sacrum. So a lot of stability through the front foot and knee. Elbows come back. As though pressing the sacrum down to lift the heart. Shoulder blades pressing into the body, spreading across the collarbones. Good. And so now we're going to shift to one hand, left hand to the midline. at your sacrum. The right arm, inhale, bring it up next to your ear, and perhaps there's a little back bend available here as we stretch this right side long. One more breath. Exhale, come forward with the arm, with the torso, hand to block, left hand to block as well. Feel that shift of support, and the hips pull back and the left leg straightens. Hang out here a few breaths. With the slow breathing and the attention in the body, we begin to notice and feel the more subtle energies. It has everything to do with attention. And release this leg back. Good. Place the blocks to the sides, a little deeper into the shoulders now. Just going to move back a little bit on my mat. The butt stays high, the arms reach forward, and the heart bows to the ground. So this is deep in the shoulders and arms. Your forehead might rest. So unlike child's pose, where the seat is towards the feet, this is known as puppy dog stretch. Activate upper back, underarms, shoulders, length of arms. Feel it all. And to know that you are tending your own bodies. If you have a shoulder injury, please do a little less than suggested. Taking care of your body. Good, we walk the hands back to come back up to all fours. All fours, your tummy lightly drawn in. Right leg parallel to the mat. Flex your foot so the toes point down. And send your left arm forward, balance. Exhale, hand and knee, return to the mat. And we take second side, left leg parallel to the mat, actively so, toes point down. Right arm forward, breathe deep. And on the exhale, hand and knee come down. Good. Now maybe circle your hips or rock them side to side. Every time that we're on one leg or one knee, we're strengthening that supportive haunch, those hips and buttocks. And so it's nice to release them. Good. Come back to hands on blocks. Can you feel how this is just lengthening our arms, giving us more space for moving? As we take the right leg up, as we did behind, look up, chest opens, exhale, set that right foot, knee to chest, right foot through on the mat. Good. Now inch the foot a little forward so that when you lower your hips a little bit, your right knee is directly over your right heel. Lift your heart. Breathing into that left quad. Feel free to stay here. If you're up for a little bit of a challenge, curl the back toe under. Still got the blocks, hands on the blocks. Straighten the back leg. That's it. Yep. Now we've got powered up legs. We're going to stay to 3 to 4 breaths. You might close your eyes. Feeling how your legs are strengthening. how your breath is deep and smooth. Now on the next exhale, we release the pose, knee comes back down, uncurl your toes, and take your right leg back. So we're back to fours, ready to do second side. Lift up that left knee, inhale. Knee comes forward as the back rounds and step through. Inch the foot a little forward so we can go deeper into the knee bend and feel that. So now the right quad is stretching, heart is lifting. Breathe in into all of this. Feel free to stay like this or curl your back toes and up comes that leg, powered up. Once you've got your leg fired up again, close the eyes and stay for the deep breaths. Lower back down. Release this pose. Draw your leg back. Good. And place the blocks to the sides. As we come again to hands and knees, we're preparing now for a downward dog. So the palms are spreading. Now if you're not wanting to lower your head, go to a wall or hold a chair and you can do chair dog so your head doesn't have to hang low. Curl the toes and up come the knees and draw your hips back and bring your chest through. Now if you're at a chair or table, your torso is just going to be parallel to the ground and your legs vertical, and then pull your hips and thighs back. We can all do that. Pull your hips and thighs back. We're here for 3 breaths if you can. When we exhale again, coming out of the pose, so knees down or letting go of the chair. And this time we're coming to the forearms. This too can be done on the seat of a chair or on a table. Palms together, forearms grounded. And now curl your toes and take your knees up again. Most of us will have the head hanging low. If you're able to tiptoe forward a little bit, do that. And if you're using a table or a chair, it's pretty much like downward dog. Good. Lower the knees. Going to take a little rest in child's pose. You can also do this on a chair. If you're sitting on a chair, just bow forward. Otherwise, on the ground. Placing a blanket behind your knees helps the knees. Nice, everybody. And now walk your way back. And we're coming onto the back again. So flip on over onto your back and hug your knees in. Just a little side to siding. Good. And so now palms flat right near your hips, and bring your knees directly over your hips so your shin bones are parallel to the ground. Opposite arm to knee, so right arm, left leg. Inhale them away from each other. Our arm comes up, leg pushes away. Exhale, bring it back to our starting point. Left arm, right leg. Stretch them away diagonally across your body and return. Alternate sides with your breath. The default position, starting place, is knees over hips, arms alongside. Stay with your long, slow breaths and moving. Now we are beginning to really work the core. We have one more to each side. Nice, everyone. Feet to the mat. A little rest here, hands on tummy, cobbler's pose. Breathe right into your low belly. And help your knees back up together. This time, hands behind your head, interlaced fingers holding your head. Good, and the feet can be on the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, raise your head, your chest. Right elbow towards left knee. So bring the left knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, come back to the starting point. Exhale, left elbow. Chest lift towards the right knee as it comes in. Inhale, we come back. So can you stay with this? Keep going. The exhale is the approach of elbow and knee. Inhale, we go back. Powering up those core muscles that really keep the integrity of the low back. We're going to end with the left elbow reaching across. Lie your head back down, soften the throat, the neck. Lie your arms, let them be held by the ground. Close your eyes and just feel this moment. Good. Palms down, feet down. Raise your hips for bridge. Clasp hands or hold your mat. Activate your arms closer together. We've been here before. Now we're going to add a particular breath. So this inhale, feel how your ribs expand. And then this exhale, actively draw your belly in. Contract your pelvic floor like a Kegel. It's the root lock. Press that breath out. Ready to breathe in, relax your tummy muscles. Root lock, fill your ribs. Very active exhale. Deep inward contraction of those muscles. Relax them. Inhale, ribs. active exhale. So we have one more inhale here. Hold the full breath. Undo the hands. Make clearance for the exhale. Descend your spine to the mat. All the way down and relax on landing. Soften, make space for the arms. Feel free to keep your knees bent or legs straight. And feel the current of aliveness, pranic flow. So the yogis knew how to really activate pranic flow through these breath practices and particular stretches. Yoga has evolved a lot since ancient days. But the breath and the consciousness is as it always was. Good, everyone. So now roll your palms down and tuck. So just lift your hips slightly so that your wrists or hands are tucked under. And leaving the left foot on the floor, inhale your right leg straight up into the air. Flex the foot, exhale the right leg slowly down. So use the long exhale to journey down, to lightly touch, and inhale that straight right leg back up. Same leg again. Exhale slowly down. So it's the slowness. We're slowing the breath, controlling the descent of that leg. And we'll do one more. Right leg exhales slowly down. So the low back is pinned into the mat. Good. This time the leg rises on inhale. Bend knee and place the foot flat next to the left. Feel the landing. Soften everything a little bit. Relaxed breath. And then we'll take second side, so firm up. Palms down, active arms, left leg, inhale it to vertical. Flexed foot, lower the left leg, the length of your exhale to lightly touch the ground if you reach that far. And inhale back up. Coming to the last inhale, rise with the left leg. Exhale, lower. And rise. To this time, bend the left knee, place the foot flat, relax your arms, soften your body. Take a deep nose inhale. Hold your breath. And then through the pursed lips, like blowing a dandelion, exhale. As you do that, press your low back into the mat. Release the low back for the next deep inhale. You feel it's a little pelvic tilt. Full breath, little hold. Blow it out as you flatten your back. Nice, everyone. Good. All right, so now let's roll to the side and sit on a folded blanket. A little lift under your tush helps the hips and helps the vertical axis of your spine. So little forward bend, so sliding your right leg straight, bring your left heel towards your groin. If that knee bothers you, place a block under the knee. Good, and now sit as tall as you can. You've got your right leg, so bring your opposite arm up, inhale. And as we exhale forward with a straight back, see if you can go to the far side of that leg to come back up again. Opposite arm to leg, rise, inhale. Yes, opposite, great. And exhale, come forward. And one more time. Good, come forward. Let the hand rest somewhere on the leg. Bring the other one in as well. Lift your heart, inhale. And now we're going to lead with the heart and fold over the leg a little closer. Some of you be holding your toes or your ankle or your knee. Looking down, close your eyes and breathe into the low back, especially where you feel it a lot. The inhale penetrates your back, opens airways, opens pranic channels. And we do that just by being in this shape and breathing deeply. Good. We're going to come up. Some of you will walk your hands up the leg, bracing your way up, or you could stretch your arms overhead and come up that way. All right, from here that bent knee comes up and step the foot over your straight leg. See if you can keep both sit bones down. And now bring your opposite arm. So that would be your right arm around that up knee. You can use your wrist or your elbow, see what works for you. And we're going to rotate the upper body towards your left. The hand behind keeps you upright, turning your ribs and squaring your trunk towards that part of the space. The next exhale, it's the head that turns to the right. And look down the length of your leg with the toes, whatever you can see from here. Or you can close the eyes, drop the shoulders, lengthen the neck and the crown to feel the breath. One more. And as we exhale, release the arms, the holding, the rotating, and undo the pose. We're going to switch legs, starting now with your straight left leg, the right knee bending, and that knee tipping out. Again, supporting the knee with a block if that's painful for you. Renew your sit bone connection. So sit bone, shimmy back a little bit, settle. And as you face your leg, choose your opposite arm. That would be your right arm over your left leg. Inhale, bring it up. Squared over the leg. Exhale, go past any amount that you can. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, forward we go. Inhale, up. And this time we're going to grab something on the foot, the ankle, bring the other hand in. As we hold on, drop shoulders, lift heart, breathe in. Chest lifts, and exhale, chest leads as we fold over the leg. Lying over the leg, softening the shape, so take tension out. The tension is there in the stretch. and send your breath where you feel it. And everything is about our attention. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. Beautiful signaling to the nervous system. We can relax. Ready to come up in the way that you can. Either walk your hands up the leg, press to come up, or raise your arms and come up that way. Great, knee comes up. Step, so we haven't changed the leg position other than bend that knee up and step over the straight leg. Good. Find the midline and draw upwards. And using now your left wrist or elbow around the up knee, please turn to your right. Use the arm to prop you up to vertical. Sit bones, hold the hips steady, leaving this mobility in the ribs, the chest. And then on an exhale, turn your head to face your left shoulder. Either looking at the foot or closing your eyes. Feel the inner body. And unwinding the bows. Good. Can you come to cross-legged? Cross-legged, if your knees don't want to do this, have a leg straight or both legs straight. And so we're just sitting upright now. And we're going to practice alternate nostril breathing. So for this practice we use the right hand thumb and close off the right nostril. Your index and middle can rest on your forehead. Left is open for inhale. Close the left up with your ring finger. Lift your thumb and exhale through the now open right. Stay with the right for in. Close it up when you're full. Switch sides. We're going to exhale left. In, left. Switching sides. The exhale is through the right. Thumb lifts, breathe out, nice and slow and complete. And then with that same open right side, inhale. The switch is always when we're ready to exhale. The inhale is always the same side. Can you slow it down? Can you let it be easy, just your relaxed focus guiding your breath? So this is a balancing breath where we balance not only left and right nostril, also left and right brain, solar and lunar channels in yogic language. Same side in, opposite side out. Now when you reach the left side exhale, rest your hand back down and sit for a moment, inward attention. Feel both nostrils breathing. Noticing the effect of this practice. Centered, calmed, and fully present. It's a great practice before you sit to meditate. It's really helpful to bring focus and balance to the energy body. Lower chin to open eyes. And we're coming now onto the back for a reclining twist before we get to relax. So let's do this. Before we actually do the twist, we'll do the supported bridge, and this is an inversion. So we're on the back, we take a low block, any pillow or blanket, place it under your sacrum, so there's a little lift under your back, bring your arms in close, and then let your legs hang in the air. So this is a version of shoulder stand in a very gentle way. But you can feel with your legs hanging the fluid body. Present in the inner body. And one more breath here. We'll bend the knees, let the feet come to the ground. Press them down so that you can lift enough to remove the block and lower your low back to the mat. Nice release. Take your arms wide out from the shoulders, palms rolled open. Shift your butt slightly to the right, and now the right leg crosses the left. Close the gap and let your knees and your hips roll leftwards. Upper back stays flat. Feel and breathe here. Now bring the knees back up. Uncross. Go a little leftwards with your low back, with your hips. So you're slightly left of center, and then the left leg crosses the right. Close the gap, and we twist, roll your hips to the right, and maybe your head a little leftwards. And rest here. The dropping deeper into the body, the challenges of the yoga are complete. We're undoing the effort, coming now into the grace, the field of grace, where all is well. Now we'll bring the legs back up, uncross. Find the middle with your low back. And then we reach for the props that we like to use for final relaxation. Some might like a pillow under their head, a bolster under the knees, or, as we originally practiced yoga way back, no props at all. Props are marvelous if you have them, just support. And then spread your body to be held completely. warm enough, spacious enough. Feel your back body resting in support, and how your front body has the quality of space, spaciousness and ease. Settling into that, allow yourself to be breathed. The breath will happen. The body does breathe us. Just yielding to that. And so, yogis, feeling again your breath. Breathing with your body now, letting the breath deepen. If you are ready to complete the practice, begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. If you're deeply relaxed, please feel free to stay. And otherwise, we're wiggling fingers and toes, roll head a little bit. Roll to your side, curl up small, and just drench your body with gratitude. May you see your life as a gift and sense how beautiful it is. And you're ready, come on up to sit. We'll close in prayer pose. So grateful to have this time with you. Namaste.